That's it. You're not done grinding. Even if you've unlocked the Interstellar, Orion, Borealis, and Bioluminescent Mastery camos, you're only halfway there to unlocking everything in the game. There is the Grand Mastery Grind, which was actually around during Modern Warfare 2. Maybe you didn't know about it. Maybe you wanted to stop at Orion and thought that's enough grinding for me, but there's a completely new grind you can do after unlocking the Mastery camos in Modern Warfare 3. For the sake of not making it overwhelming, we're gonna just talk about the Interstellar version of the Grand Mastery grind, but if you do want to take it the extra step further, you can do the Borealis, Bioluminescent, and Orion versions of it. You want to ask me right now, what is this Grand Mastery challenge you're talking about? Because as far as you're concerned, you only have Interstellar unlocked. Well, there's a completely separate challenge that you can complete in-game. If you go to your Create a Class section where you can customize your weapons, beside camos, you'll actually have Grand Mastery challenges, and you'll see a bunch of calling cards and emblems and a weapon charm for each weapon that you can unlock. In order to complete these challenges, all you gotta do is get kills. It's really that simple. It's not like you have to do a bunch of camo challenges like long shots or penetration kills. There's nothing silly about it. It's just kills. Here's where the challenge comes in. You may even cry when you hear this. You have to get 1,000 kills with every weapon in the game to unlock its rewards. And it works exactly like this. You have to get 100 kills while using the Gilded Camo, 200 using the Forged Camo, 300 using the Priceless Camo, and 400 using the Interstellar Camo. As you progress through kills, you also unlock each respective calling card as well, so if you complete the Gilded Challenge, you then have the Gilded calling card and emblem. The same goes for the other 3 Mastery Camos, and if you complete all 4 on a single weapon, you unlock that respective weapon charm. I'm rocking the longbow charm. You know I'm a gamer. I did 1,000 kills with a sniper rifle, biggest flex in Call of Duty history. If you want to unlock a charm yourself, you have to complete all 4 Mastery Camo challenges, and then you get that charm for your weapon. The cool thing about this version, well, let's be more specific, the Modern Warfare 3 version of the Grand Mastery grind, is you don't have to go in order. On Modern Warfare 2, for those that aren't living under a rock, you know that you had to go from Gold, Platinum, Polyatomic, then Orion in order from 100, 200, 300, and 400 kills and so on. In this game, you don't have to go in order at all. If you really like a weapon and you want to have the Interstellar calling card for it, get your 400 kills and then you can show it off. It's not even a competition if these rewards are cool or not. You've already unlocked the coolest reward in the game, which is the Mastery Camos, and it's what people are going to notice the most. Very rarely are people going to see your calling card and emblem and actually care what you're showing off. If you're doing this, it's straight for the love of the game. You really enjoy mastery grinding, whether that's camos or calling card challenges, and just like Pokemon, you want to collect them all. That was probably the lamest thing I've ever said. I'm still going to keep it in the video though. So those are the rewards that you can get for each weapon. If you're ever unsure what they look like, they're in the menus. They're pretty easy to find. What happens when you've completed every gun in the game? Well, right now there's actually no challenge reward other than a Grand Mastery weapon charm. That's it. No calling card, no emblem, no extra camo. It was the same way in Modern Warfare 2 at the start. All you got was some crappy little weapon charm. If you wanted to show off that you didn't look at the sun for 2 months, unless someone picked up your weapon or watched your kill cam, which no one does in the first place, unless you think that player's cheating, which is all of Call of Duty Twitter, so that's kind of contradictory. No one would know. And for some people that sucks because they want to show off that they did some absolute sweaty grind that no one else actually wants to do. I'm people in this situation, by the way. And eventually in Modern Warfare 2, we got an emblem and calling card that exclaimed that you completed the Grand Mastery Challenge, but that hasn't been added into Modern Warfare 3 yet. If history repeats itself, maybe in a month or two, we'll get that calling card and emblem added into the game. So then you don't just have a weapon calling card. No, what are they called? Weapon charms to show off. So we'll have at least something more of substance. Of course, the best case scenario would be an absolute banger mastery camo that they add to the game. And that's totally going to happen, right guys? Come on now. All right, we're going back to elementary school. We're going to put on our listening ears because this is the biggest benefit to doing this grind. And it's a secret that I don't think I've ever shared before. A lot of people are always very curious to how I get such easy lobbies. And the answer is the Grand Mastery grind. And I'll add some context here. The Gutter Knife, Karambit, RGL-80, and any other, I would say, categorized bad gun in the game, so melees, launchers, and that goes for Modern Warfare 2 weapons as well, all have the exact same challenge of getting 1,000 kills with the Mastery Camos. As you can imagine, when the small map 24/7 playlists are in the game, you bet I'm taking advantage of those to do these challenges as efficiently as possible, but running around shipment with a knife, you're gonna die a lot, regardless of who you're playing, if they're good or bad players. And if you use these bad weapons enough, however the matchmaking system works, I notice that I play against worse and worse people every time. So what I'm doing is I'm pacing myself out. I'll use the gutter knife until I notice I start playing against bot players because I'm dying so much in every lobby I play in, and then I'll go and play with regular guns against these bot lobbies, which will eventually bring my skill-based matchmaking back up to the really try-hard lobbies that we all know and love, and the cycle continues. And the best part is, once I'm done the karambit or gutter knife, I can work on the next worst weapon. And I'm slowly working my way through all the weapons in Modern Warfare 3, doing a mixture of the good and bad guns since it gives me such a good matchmaking experience. And it's not even an exploit. I'm not well, okay, you could very arbitrarily consider this to be reverse boosting, even though you're not purposely performing bad. It's just the circumstances of the weapons you're using. As I eventually make my way through the Modern Warfare 3 snipers, melees, and launchers, and I'm on just the, you could say, better performing weapons, which will put me in that very competitive matchmaking system, I can do the same thing again with the Modern Warfare 2 weapons when I go try to complete that Grand Mastery challenge again. Or maybe I just want to complete a few of those calling cards on those melee weapons, like the Riot Shield, get them out of the way just to flex them, you know, show that I'm a real gamer, and also get a good matchmaking experience out of it. And that's genuinely my secret to getting easy lobbies in game. Any normal person that plays this game isn't going to do that because you have to do the Grand Mastery grind on top of already unlocking the Mastery camos. So, I mean, if you're looking for easy lobbies, this isn't for you. But that's the Grand Mastery grind and all the benefits that I found of it. Call me crazy, but I find Grand Mastery very enjoyable. I'm a person who has played Call of Duty since, 2009? And ever since I've played this game, I've never played it just casually to load up a match and get a couple kills and call it a day. Of course, I find the game itself fun too, or else I wouldn't even play it, but having that goal makes me enjoy it that much more. In the old games, I was always working towards getting to max prestige in the highest level possible. Even if I didn't make it there until the next Call of Duty came out, I still tried, and it was still something that I always worked towards. And that's the same thing with Mastery camos and the Grand Mastery challenges now. I'm always working towards unlocking the new camos, leveling up new weapons, getting Grand Mastery calling cards and emblems. It's just what I find enjoyable in the game. And I know there's a lot of people that enjoy Call of Duty for the same reason I do. And if you're one of those people, the Grand Mastery challenge is completely worth it. It's going to give you so much more enjoyment in the game because you'll always feel like you're working towards something, even if you don't complete the Grand Mastery challenge in multiplayer and zombies for both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Unlike Mastery camos, I don't recommend doing this unless you're in it for the love of the game. If you really love a weapon, you could unlock the Interstellar calling card to show off that it's your favorite weapon in the game, maybe even complete the weapon charm if you love it that much and it gives you something to do. Don't do every MW3 weapon in the game, especially if you're not used to grinding, because you'll get burnt out so fast. Of course, if you really want to, no one's gonna stop you. I also just realized if you do 36 weapons in the game, you will unlock the calling card and emblem, regardless of what 36 Modern Warfare 3 weapons you do. That includes DLC weapons, so if you don't want to do the knife, karambit, and the RGL-80, you can just do something else as they're released in the game, and the same thing will go on in time where you can maybe skip most of the sniper rifles. And the best thing is, you don't have to complete every category of weapon, you can just pick and choose those 36. If you want to do the Orion version, it's any 51 of the 77 Modern Warfare 2 weapons in the game. Just pay attention to what weapon a game is from, that way you're not making the same mistake that a lot of people made with the camo challenges, and were wondering why they didn't unlock Interstellar when they had mainly Modern Warfare 2 weapons leveled up with their camos unlocked. I understand that it can be overwhelming for new players, but unless you're a child, you should not be confused by this at all. Once the calling card and emblem is added into the game, there will finally be a reward that a lot of people won't have at all. Of course, most people won't know what it is in the first place, but for those who really appreciate it, you'll get noticed sometimes, and if you come across someone who also has the Grand Mastery Challenge complete, it feels like you're both part of a secret exclusive club that no one knows how to even get in it, and if they do, it's too difficult, or they just don't have the motivation to even try it in the first place. And that was pretty cool in Modern Warfare 2 when I would come across someone with the Grand Mastery title, man. It was unreal, the conversations that I would have with these people, sharing our experience of the painful grind and sharing that moment of, damn, we did it. Moral of the story, this is the longest grind that there is in the game. The rewards don't reflect the amount of time and effort that you have to put into it, and it's not worth it for 90% of people. If you're a completionist and you feel FOMO if you don't unlock something, of course you're going to do this, but that is a very small handful of us. Yeah, I'm gatekeeping this grind. Don't do it. Don't even attempt it. I'll be one of the only ones to complete it, and that's fine by me.